Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Leo, for July 2017. So it's for you, my lovely Leo, for July 2017. My goodness, when it comes to you and when it comes to this month, the way it's going to develop, it's going to be absolutely crazy. When I say absolutely crazy, it's just the fact how much you're actually going to be in touch with your own spirituality, and you are going to actually feel super intuitive. And honestly, to be quite honest with you, like seriously, from the beginning of 2017 up to this month, I think that this is going to be the turning point. This month it's actually going to be the turning point for you, and it's going to feel good, it's going to feel amazing, it's going to feel different, but most of all, it is all going to come in, it is all going to come from your own spirituality, from you being so intuitive. You will be able to feel things, see things, touch things. You will be able to sense things you weren't able to sense them before, and especially loads of things, and all those things that you wanted to do, all those things that you wanted to change, all those things that you wanted to action, and all those things that you wanted to do and you were just waiting for the right moment to do. You are just basically going to be showered with confidence, showered with your own personal power that was sitting in you, that was sitting within you, that was the part of you, but it was just waiting for the right time, it was just waiting for the right moment to actually start happening in your life. 2017 July will be very, very interesting when it comes to you. As I said, intuitively, you will be able to focus on things from your past. You will be able to focus on things now that you want to change. And as I said, you are waiting for the right moment. When it comes to numerology, it is number 11 that is completely enhanced throughout your July reading. Now, number 11 is ridiculously intuitive number. Number 11 is actually the most intuitive number there can be. Just remember, number 1 is so powerful, a ridiculously powerful number just by itself, and you put these two number ones together and this is what you get, the most intuitive number. And what does that mean? Intuitive. Well, of course, we all know what intuitive means, but it also means not only that you're going to feel very intuitive, not only that you're going to feel so in touch with yourself, it simply means that you are going to realize your life path. This is really big, and this is really, really deep, and this is really interesting. I'm not saying that you didn't realize your life path before, but there are going to be things that are going to be happening to you throughout July 2017 that are a little bit going to change your own direction. And your own direction is not going to be completely changed. It is going to be very much so the product and the part of what you were thinking about for such a long time, for a really long time to do, but you just kind of you just didn't feel, or you just didn't think that was the right time. And now this is the difference, that the July 2017, it is not only going to make you intuitive, you're going to get signs, you will see signs like all over the place throughout July 2017, but this month is a very important month when it comes to your own life, when it comes to your own personal path, when it comes to your own personal direction, because your direction in your life is about to be changed slightly towards the right direction in life. And this is why number 11 is so important, because it's preparing you for the really, really big and important months ahead. And especially when it comes to things that are so important to you, things that you wanted to change for such a long time. Now July is the time when things are going to start happening. In general, health will be better. I have a good news, because for those of you that have been suffering from like an ill health, and this is not the first time that I'm seeing this today, for those of you that have been suffering from long illnesses and maybe like like, you know, like a dietary problems and things like that, and if you wanted to like change your diet for such a long time, now this is going to be absolutely the perfect time to do it. And I can see lots of you are going to be working on your own diet. You're going to take things in, or you're going to bring things, you know, you're going to put things into your diet where you could be missing, or you're going to take something out that you may not need as such, or that might not be so good for you. So it's that realization that you're going to be working on your own health when it comes to your own diet, when it comes to your own health. This is also going to be very, not only a good month, and especially at the beginning of the month, this is what I see, also quite enhanced. This is not only going to be a good month like for you changing a diet, and for you thinking about what you put in yourself, like a diet wise and the things like that, but I can also see you will be actually actively doing things in order to make your body feeling much better. Like, I think that lots of you are going to be going to the gym, or you will start to run, you will decide to run, maybe jogging and things like that, do some kind of exercise, do the exercises that you wanted to do in such a long time. For those of you that are doing exercises, that's fine. Maybe there's certain exercises that you would need to add to your exercising regime. But for those of you that have been thinking about exercising for such a long time and nothing was happening, now this is the time when things are going to start happening, and it's all coming from you feeling much better. The energy levels are going to come back. The June was okay when it comes to energy levels, but it wasn't the best when it comes to you. So lots of you were like kind of suffering from like a low energy levels, which means obviously you would start doing something, and then very quickly, very soon after, you would start feeling really tired, and obviously that will have like that will have a negative impact on your work, because you would just lose an interest in what you do really quickly, or quicker than you would normally. So that's why automatically energy levels are going to be much better, and that's why this is how it's all going to start, and that is just going to have an amazing and really positive impact on you in general. Okay. And the only thing when it comes to health is that I can see that you will be worrying a little bit, you will be thinking a lot, because there are going to be a couple of decisions that are going to need to be made by you, and they're going to be really big for you, because it's to do with your work, it's to do with your career. There is a little confusion that is just going to start happening there. And when I say confusion, you will just kind of want to, suddenly you will want more out of what you do. Like, if you are happy with your job, for example, and if you're not happy with your job, if you are looking for something else, now this is going to be the time. So when it comes to actual health, the only thing that I can actually say is that you may be like a little bit anxious, and because there are going to be a few changes, and I'm going to explain about this, and I'm going to get to that, don't worry. But when it comes to anxiety and things like that, it is not going to be I'm not saying that you're going to be like, oh, completely anxious, but just a little touch of anxiety, which is completely natural when it comes to certain situations in our life. So when it comes to anxiety and things like that, I would highly suggest you like a rhodonite. You see, rhodonite is one of my new crystals in my store. A must have, an absolute must have. This can boost your confidence, but it's also actually really good when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to our stress levels and things like that. Rhodonite is absolutely perfect. You can get the rhodonite, I would highly suggest this, and you can buy it on my website, and the link is going to be below. So this is something that I would recommend in situations when we feel anxious or anything, and similar situations like that, basically. Okay, so what I want to say to you, that the 3rd of July is going to be a very interesting day, and I want you to pay attention to this particular day on the 3rd of July, because this is going to be, you are going to need to make a certain decision, and this particular certain decision is very much going to be connected to what you do. It's connected to your career, and this is what I was saying before. So on the 3rd of July is going to be a very important day. For example, if you are not working and you're looking for a job, the 3rd of July is going to be very significant. The 3rd of July is going to be the time when not necessarily you will get a job offer, but it is just going to be the turning point. Why turning point? Because you will actually get a job offer, or you may not, as I said, you may not actually get a job offer straight away. What I was going to say is that you will actually get, this is is going to be the turning point, because you will get a sign, or you will get an information, or somebody's going to tell you something, or you may read something, or you may even see something on the internet. However, this is going to be down to you actually having an idea. The 3rd of July is going to be very, very, very important for those of you that have been stuck in your, also for those of you that have been stuck in your job, in your current work, that you're unhappy, because now there is a certain realization going to happen that is just going to change everything. It is going to change your way of thinking. It is going to change your direction slightly, not completely, but slightly. But this little change of direction is just going to work a really long way, and it's just going to make lots of changes later on in your life, and this is all going to be connected. And for those of you that are looking for a job, for those of you that are not working, the 3rd of July is going to be ridiculously important, because it's going to be slight change. Boom. For example, I'm keep on saying this is going to be into 2 months, and into 2 months, and into 2 months. Your life path is going to be revealed. There is going to be a slight change of direction. There is going to be a slight change of plans, and this is why this is so important. For those of you that are looking for a job on the 3rd of July, it's going to be the turning point, and that turning point is going to result in you actually slightly changing your direction, realization. So you were going for that particular job. Now you will want to change it, and you will want to turn towards something completely different, but it's still kind of connected to that, if you understand what I mean. So it's something connected to what you've done so far, but it's the big part of it. Like 80% you would need to learn something completely new. You would need to start something completely new, something that you have some kind of experience with, but not maybe professional experience, something that you know that you're good at, but you haven't done it professionally yet, something that you were thinking about it for a long time that you're good at, and something that you haven't done yet, something that you didn't work professionally, you didn't ask money for it, or something like that. So basically, let's say your whole family or your best friends know that you're good at this particular thing. Let's say hairdressing, you're doing hairdressing, you're really good in hairdressing, you see. For example, now you've done hairdressing for your friends and family, and you were thinking, you know, oh, I'm okay, everybody told you you're okay, for example, but you just never thought that this is something that you should do. So it's going to be that kind of realization and that kind of intuition that is going to be completely enhanced, that is actually going to push you towards this particular direction, or this particular way in life, that is actually literally going to be life changing, okay? Literally life changing. And for those of you, like for example, that are you know, that have retired, and for those of you that don't need to work, if you're retired, for example, it is also going to be the important day on the 3rd of July, because there is going to be the turning point, and something is going to require your assistance, something in your life is going to require you to change, something you will need to give in order to get back, and this is the realization that you're going to need to let something go in order to move on in your life. And this is for those of you that are actually retired. However, the bottom line is that after all that, why is this so important? Why? Because this is all about your personal life path. This is all about redirection. This is all about you not wasting yourself, or you not wasting your time in this life. This life is too short, and keep on saying too short for us to keep on wasting our time and our energy somewhere when we are maybe not meant to be. But lots of people do this without realizing for a really, really long time, and then like 40 years later, you know, they realize, oh, I should have done this a long time ago. So that's why I'm saying it's very important to grab this opportunities and just see where the life is going to take you. I'm saying to you, and I'm going to say it again, that July is going to be life-changing when it comes to you. And if you were waiting for a really long time to get a job, and if you were like a jobless and you just couldn't get the right job, now July is the time of changes, okay? And this is what's gonna, the 3rd of July, this is why the 3rd of July is actually going to be so significant, okay? Another important day I want to say to you is actually going to be on the 15th of July. The second important day is going to be on the 15th of July, but this is just going to be completely different reason. There is somebody that is going to be around you that you may have like a little conflict with, but this particular person is going to try to take something maybe that belongs to you, or this person will want to take something that's yours. Like it could be somebody at work trying to like steal some kind of idea. It could be like, for example, if you work for yourself, you need to be careful because somebody could be posing like something that they're not, for example, just to take some kind of idea. However, I just need you to be really careful on this particular day. You will be aware of it, you will know who this person is, you will know who this negative person is, and all I need to say to you is that this person is going to be also a cause for you to change your direction slightly, and you will see exactly what I mean. I'm not saying change your direction completely, but this person is going to have an impact on a certain situation in your life, and that on other hand is going to have a positive impact on your future career or on your future planning. It's very interesting how this is going to develop. But what I want to say to you on the 15th of July, just keep certain things to yourself. Don't talk about your personal life too much. Don't talk about your finances. Don't tell your secrets like to people maybe who you wouldn't normally say this to. Or just say things that matters you, like personal things. Just say to your friends and family, to people who you really believe. But don't open up too much to somebody who you don't know. This is all what I want to say. On another hand, it's a very good day as well, because by the end of the day, on the 15th of July, this is why this is all connected. By the end of the day, on the 15th of July, there is the realization that you will have. Realization about yourself, and this realization is going to be really good. This realization is going to be really positive, and you're going to learn something very interesting about your own strength, very interesting about your own power, that is actually going to surprise you, but in a good way. But the bottom line is that you're going to come out of it much more powerful. If this didn't happen, this particular situation, you wouldn't be as powerful as you are actually going to be. And your intuitive side is actually going to guide you through this just really nicely. All I have to say is just listen to your instincts and be very intuitive. This is probably this is the most intuitive month so far. Very good indeed. Okay, the third important day is going to be on the 26th of July 2017. On the 26th of July 2017, there are a couple of things that are actually going to happen. Your family member is going to be going through something ridiculously difficult, something very personal, something very deep, something that's bringing your family member really down, and your family member is almost going to be like a little bit depressed, or they're not going to feel that great. And I think that you may know which family member I'm talking right now about, because this family member is also been very tortured, had a really terrible love life. There were lots of negative things that were happening to this person. Maybe it was just the karma from the past life, or they need to work out on something. It all depends, and that person is just going to be going through something quite difficult in your family. So that person is going to come through, and that person is actually going to need your help. If this person is not a family member, I'm always saying this, sometimes when our friends have been our friends for a really long time, they also show themselves in the cards sometimes like a family member. Is this energy, is this loving energy of somebody who's been in our life for such a long time. So it could be a really good friend of yours that is actually going through something really difficult, really heavy, and it is going to need your impact. And then after your impact, this person is going to feel much better. On another hand, why the 26th of July is also going to be very important, because when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, and those of you that had problems in relationships, or those of you that were feeling, those of you that didn't feel relationships anymore, those of you that drifted away from your partners and things like that, or whether you're married or whether you're not married. So for those of you in relationships, you see, I can see the 26th of July being very important, because two people are actually going to start getting closer together and are really going to enjoy their life, which means that basically if you had a problems with your partner or you haven't been happy in your relationship but you wanted to work things through, you see, this is a very, very good sign that on the 26th of July, your relationship is actually going to go on the next level. But it's not only about that. There is something wonderful, 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 something beautiful and very special going to happen to both of you on the 26th of July 2017. Something that is actually going to be part of you, something that is going to be the part of your partner, something that is going to be part of you, something that is going to belong to both of you, and this is going to be big, and this is going to be life-changing, and this moment is going to change your life for the better. However, the bottom line is that it is going to be good, it is going to make you feel really ecstatic, and you're both going to be absolutely, completely, ridiculously happy because of this moment. So this is going to be really, really good, okay? What else I was going to say is that basically when it comes to the beginning of July 2017, I like the way you're going to feel. You're going to feel free, you're going to feel happy, and this is all part of this amazing energies. And I told you you're going to start feeling much happier when it comes to your feeling of, you know, tiredness and feeling down and things like that. This will all disappear right at the beginning on the first day of July 2017, and I can see you feeling really happy. I can see you feeling really free, and I can also see you actually, you will be socializing with your friends, not just one friend, but you will be socializing with your friends and with your family at the beginning of July 2017. I mean, if your family doesn't live in the same place or in the same city or in the same country as you, perhaps you will be talking to your family on the phone or chatting on Skype or whatever, like more than you normally do. However, I can see you being in touch with your, however, I can see you being in touch with your family and also in touch with your friends. I can see you going out throughout July 2017, but you're going to start doing this right at the beginning. I can see you enjoying yourself, and I can see you will feel like a free spirit. You will be full of energy, and I told you that energy is just going to have such an amazing impact on you because it's just going to change everything. You will feel amazing. And also the beginning of July is going to be very important because there is also the certain completion. There is something that you worked on for a really long time, something that you worked on for a while. This is very personal. This is to do with your work and this is to do with your personal life, both things together. There is the certain journey that you worked on for a really long time that is actually coming to an end, and you're going to like this. This is a good end because after this end, the new beginning, it's actually going to start manifesting in your life. And then we go on the 3rd of July, what I started this reading with, you see. But it's going to start with you feeling very free, with you feeling very light, and then it's just going to be like you socializing quite a lot with people, completing something very important to you. And then after that moment, there is also a new and very interesting financial opportunity that you're actually going to have right at the beginning of July, around the beginning of July 2017, and you're going to like it. And that particular financial opportunity is going to come out of the blue, and it's going to be connected to the male person. And can I just tell you something else? Stranger in the night, I can see you meeting someone really interesting. Okay, this is very much for those of you that are single, for those of you that have been looking for someone, for those of you that have been looking for someone very different. There is someone very, very cool going to manifest in your life. Somebody very sexy, somebody very good looking, somebody very powerful, somebody very charming, and somebody very passionate about what they do. Their energy is very professional, but then again, on another hand, their energy is very passionate. Somebody very, very interesting indeed. So that's why I was singing Stranger in the Night. Somebody is just going to sweep you off your feet. I told you through this socializing, and this is going to happen right in between the first part of July to the mid of July. Basically, you're going to be going out a lot. You're going to socialize. You're going to be socializing a lot, and through this socializing, there is some romance going to happen, and this person is going to be completely different to everyone else. Honestly, there is something going to be so unusual about this person, but it's just going to blow you away like there is no tomorrow. This person is going to sweep you off your feet. So this is the person that you are going to meet when you go out, while you're socializing with your friends. This person is going to manifest themselves, and this person is just going to kind of give you love and make you feel really good about yourself, and it's kind of going to make you feel so much better about your life now, and it's just going to make you feel so much better and so much more optimistic about your life in the future. You will feel something you haven't felt in a long time. You will see something you haven't seen in a long time. You will be able to sense something you haven't sensed in a long time. Remember, you are in touch with your own spirituality. You're in touch with your own intuition. It's going to be like all over the place, and this person is just going to come at absolutely perfect time. Lots of you single ones have been single for a while. Lots of you single ones as well were kind of going for the wrong people, like you had some kind of wishful thinking for maybe wrong people. Don't worry. Everybody happens in our life for a reason. People happen in our life for a reason. You see, it all depends on our own personal spiritual journey. Now, this is why July is also so important, because your personal spiritual journey is about to have a big turning point in the mid-July 2017, and all the situations and all these people are actually going to be the part of it. Fantastic. Also and this is somebody that is just going to have an amazing impact on you. This person is just going to make you feel like nobody else made you feel before, or if you felt like this, that was a long time ago. However, this person is going to be very different indeed. Okay, so prepare for that romance. Prepare to meet somebody very interesting. Prepare for a nice surprise. Okay, and also the mid-July, you will also want to make a certain change. That the mid-July will bring you the feelings of you will literally kind of wake up in the morning and something completely out of the blue is going to be on your mind, like a certain change that you want to make, some certain route that you were going on for a really long time, and you felt kind of powerless. You know, it was stronger than you, it's kind of still stronger than you, and you were kind of doing it, but you weren't too happy about it, you see, and you know that this is not something that you want to do, and you know that this is not something that this is not the way your life you wanted to play, kind of, or the way you wanted your life to be. So this is a situation, a very strange, silly situation, not strange, I mean strange situation, silly, it's not the right word, I guess, but it's a very strange situation that you're going to come across that is just going to completely surprise you, and then it's going to make you powerless, and then it's going to make you realize that, you know, this is something that you should actually move on. After that point, you're going to make a decision. You're going to need to make a little decision that you may not be too happy about it, but then people who loves you a lot and people who care about are going to be very proud of you, and this is something that people in your life will want you to do. People in your life were waiting for you to do something like this by yourself, or to start something like this by yourself, because after this point you will be really happy about yourself, and after this point your family members and people who care about you a lot will be like, you see, I told you, I told you. It's going to be that kind of situation. Very good, because by the time we get to the third part of July 2017, there is the whole new inspiration that you're going to have, and this is why I get so excited about you, and this is why I'm trying to explain to you how important this month is going to be. There are going to be lots of little changes that you're going to make with the way of thinking, or, you know, with the way of planning that you had so far. There are little changes that you're going to make, little changes that you will want to make, little changes that will surprise you, but this is just going to be really big later on, and it's so much in connection with what you do now, so much in connection with what you want to do later on in life. Oh my goodness, you see. And you're also going to realize certain potential, that certain potential about yourself is going to grow stronger and more powerful and more powerful, and you will want to bring out of you like more and more and more. And you will also realize that when it comes to your financial situation, your financial situation is going to look through all the situations much better, and especially through this potential, the last potential at the end of at the end of July 2017, this last potential that I said that you're going to realize sorry, about yourself, is just going to make sense so much, because it will give you the fantastic, brilliant, beautiful sense of security later on. And that particular sense of security is actually, I'm referring to money and things like that. You know, you're going to feel much comfortable, and most certainly this is going to be the step in the right direction, that's for sure. Okay. And also, there's certain abandonment of certain plans that you had before, and this is what I keep on saying. By the time you get on, by the time we get to the end of July 2017, you will kind of know exactly what you want to do. You will kind of know exactly what the next step is going to be, and this is going to be really big, and this is going to be really important. Whether you're happy with your work, whether you're not working, or whether you want to change your job completely, or whether you're retired, or whether you are at the college, university, this is just going to be absolutely brilliant, and it's just going to make you feel so much better about yourself. It's just going to show complete whole new potential, but it's also going to make you feel really good about yourself. It's going to make you feel like, oh my god, you know, it's going to make you feel absolutely brilliant. I can see this overwhelming emotion in a good way. You will feel so proud of yourself. But as I said, this new direction, this is all about a new direction, new sense of direction, which is just going to make your future looking so much brighter. Okay, this is why I'm saying this is so important. And also, when it comes to your finances, and when it comes to your career in general, finances in general, I can see that by the end of July 2017, you will start gaining control of your finances. Okay, you will start gaining control of your finances. So if you were careful about the money, if you were careful about your finances, success and things like that, by the end of July 2017 is going to be absolutely brilliant, because your finances are going to be much, much better. And also the end of July is going to be perfect time if you need to sign something, or if you need to start something new, or if you need to if you need to start something new, if you need to sign something, or have negotiations and things like that. Also, the end of July, very end of July is going to be brilliant for some kind of like negotiations and things like that. So that's going to be a good time for that. And you know what? Also, when it comes to like family, and when it comes to something very personal, when it comes to your own family, you will be very happy. There is also happy news about a certain family member, or maybe even few family members that you were worried about. Few family members were uncertain about certain things, certain situation in their life, and they were worried about it. You see, you will also hear a really good news when it comes to the certain family member or certain family members. You're all going to be happy, because the certain problem is going to come to an end, and that particular certain problem, everybody in the family was kind of connected to. So that particular person is also coming to an end. But the bottom line is, my goodness guys, the bottom line is July will change everything. July is the time of changes. Leos, especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Leos, now this is when everything is going to change. The whole of July is just going to be like a stepping into the whole new dimension. You will feel it, because you're going to feel so much more energetic, and your health is just going to be so much better, and automatically you will feel so much more optimistic. But on another hand, you are just like going through a whole new dimension. Honestly, please trust me, you will feel very intuitive. Watch for the signs. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Literally everything will mean everything. Everything will mean something. By the time we get to the end of July, by the time you get to the end of July 2017, you will absolutely be ready to go into the whole new dimension. And you know, there is a certain picture that you are going to have about your life. It's going to be very strong, it's going to be very solid, but the bottom line is that you are just going to start feeling it. You're going to start feeling it, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching. I really hope you liked my video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed so far. Don't forget to like, share me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.